second time around.
What do you guys is gonna get hobbies? Is that okay?
Back on the Pan America, just got off my Africa Twin and doing some highway type speeds. And the wind protection's not as good as it was before. Maybe it's the windscreen. Let's see if we can't lift it up. I think it's already in the high position. Yep. Yeah, the wind's blowing from this direction here, so it's coming right through here. Yeah, this kind of gives you a real world condition. Yeah, it's kind of bouncy on rough roads. It's not a plush ride, but I also got it on sport mode. Let me change modes. There's rain mode. There's touring mode or road mode. See if that changes a little bit. Yeah, it does. It makes it a little bit softer. It's kind of like my Africa Twin. On tour mode, it's pretty harsh because it's on rails. But then I go to urban mode or off-road. I think I got urban on medium and off-road on soft. But even on rough highways, I can switch suspension and make it smoother. Yeah, I think that's when I switched to road mode, it does make it a little bit smoother. So I guess it does firm up the suspension on sport mode. Got a low tire. TPMS is flashing. We'll go to sport. We can put your knee out there, catch some wind. Not really used to that. On my Twin, it's a lot more protection on the legs. So yeah, so I guess it's pros and cons. Get some cool air on cojones. Get a little squirt from 80 to 95, real easy. Temperature is 9 degrees. I'm in 5th gear. No, I'm not. I'm in 6th gear. Yeah, so on 5th gear. Yeah, boy, it's that power band. You can feel it. But yeah, boy, there's not much wind protection on your legs at all. I'm not used to that. But then you get more cool air. I don't really feel any heel on the right-hand side, but I got my full riding gear on too, so I don't know if I would or not. And one thing I didn't mention is I don't have any buffing on top of my helmet. So I got my adventure helmet on with the beak on it and everything. So didn't have any buffing at all on the helmet, even on the highway. So that's good. Just, just from the sides a little bit. That's about it. Got a low tire and my TPMS is lit up on the screen. Yeah, just nice motorcycle. Would it replace my Africa Twin? No. I do have a lot more wind up here than I do on my Twin. But I also got it set up for me, so it's probably not a fair comparison. And yeah, but the transmission shifts like butter. Easy to find neutral. One thing I learned this time compared to last time is the suspension settings between sport mode and I guess it's either tour mode or road mode. It's the orange, looks like a road, I don't know. But sport mode though, it's pretty stiff. You feel it almost instantly. Cruise sets well, holds speed good, as expected. Yeah, so I guess the biggest difference is I got more wind up here, but I'm not getting any helmet buffeting. I just feel more wind around my helmet and stuff. And I'm sure the aftermarket will probably fix that. And then also around the legs. So then like I said last time, my last review, that foot pegs are just back too far for me. You know, put some highway pegs on here, stretch your legs out, that'd be good. The wind over the hand guards and the handlebars, the seat to the handlebars, it feels very similar to my Africa Twin. I don't know if it is or not, but it feels very similar, comfortable. And but the foot pegs aren't on the Africa Twin. Also, the other difference too, I noticed that it feels like on this bike it's pointing downhill versus the Twin, kind of uphill or flat. I don't know. It could just be my feet positioning, but it just what it feels like to me. It just kind of feels like it's pointing more downhill. So I don't know, but I was really surprised by the electronic suspension. It really works. I mean, it really firms it up in sport, and on road mode, it makes it a lot softer. Very compliant. So but I just can't get over the rear. I can't get over the foot pegs. So it's just. I wish they were directly underneath my knees. But, yeah, I gotta go try it on off-road. All right, Justin's showing me the trail. Hope I don't drop it.
Recording.
That track goes way back there.
Recording.
All right, so some of this harder stuff, yeah, I kind of feel that like I did on my Twin, but don't notice I think it's because it also has more aggressive tires on it too. These are the Anarchy Wilds, I believe. Yeah, I do miss DCT right here. So I just kind of keep it in third gear. Then I get a little hill climb. I gotta pop it down to second. Then I get up on top, gotta go back to third. It's kind of a hassle if you're not used to it. I've got some brake light now. And the little more heavier washouts. Yeah, washboard, I mean. You can, yeah, it's about the same. I mean, motorcycle is a motorcycle, right? So now I'm in third. And boy, DCT just makes this so much easier than trying to have to think about shifting. It's more fun. But this is a nice motorcycle. Handles well, rides well, plenty of power, no doubt about that. All right, and this turn signals. Sit down to shift. We're gonna go first gear, I guess so. I guess I just run it in second most of the time. Feel that back tire spin, that's fun. Fun, fun, fun. Yeah, you can feel that washboard. I think the suspension's probably a toss-up between the two. Kind of prefer the Twin, and I do prefer that 21-inch front wheel. But this sweet motor, man, sounds good, feels good, plenty of power, I love it. So, just like everything's pros and cons. Let's see what we got on the highway. Yeah, it's shifting, man, it's for the birds. And I ridden motorcycles for 40 years, probably got close to 2 million miles on it, but DCT just spoils you. But I get the thing about wanting to be more involved in the process, stuff like that. But if I do that, I just go to manual mode and use the paddle shifters. So they got more air compared to the Harley. Better wind management, especially on my legs. This is very similar to and also the The fit is about the same as almost the same as the Harley with my feet a little bit further back. I prefer to have these foot pegs again 3 inches, about 2 or 3 inches forward. But great standing bike, and I'm not getting any buffeting on my helmet, so we're going 70, almost 80 miles an hour, so not getting buffeting, and the wind management's good. No problems at all there. I'd probably put a lip on here just to finish it off. Yeah, not much from the fork tubes. Love that motor. I love the Africa Twin motor, especially I like the 1100. But yeah, so nice motorcycle. Yeah, they know how to build these things. All three of them, man. Just Harley Davidson, BMW, Honda, KTM. They're all great motorcycles. You know, it's just like, you know, or which one's better? You know, is the which ice cream is better? Is it strawberry, vanilla, chocolate, whatever? You know, just personal preferences. And thank goodness for all these manufacturers give us all these choices. It's really a cool deal because they're just great motors. They're just all fun. So this pavement is grooved. I just noticed one thing. I don't feel the grooves as much on this as I do on my Africa Twin. Maybe it's because of the fatter tire up front, but yeah, the grooves are a non-event on this. And 6th gear is not gutless either. At 65, 70, you can punch it and get up and go. So keep pulling that clutch in. I don't remember if I mentioned it or not, but the foot pegs feel about the same as they do on the Harley. I think I already talked about that, but anyways, man, if I could just have these about, I don't know, 3 inches forward underneath my knees is where I like it, like on my Africa Twin. This is cramped up after a while, but I guess I get. And also, too, if you put highway pegs in this thing, it's going to feel like my Gold Wing. Your leg's going to be spread out. So, yeah, that's pretty wide. But I guess it's whatever you get used to. And I think I know what my problem is in the shifter. It's adjusted down too low. So I think, yeah, if you adjust it to where it's, you know, right above my boot, that'd probably take care of that shifting issue. Because otherwise I got to dip my toe way down to shift. So I think that's a just a adjustable item. Coming up on downtown Sturgis. Neutral, super easy to find. I noticed on the Harley it's been ridden on the dirt, the Pan America. Neutral is a little bit challenging to find. But this one is just smooth as butter, moving neutral.
Recording.
I don't know if I'm doing this quick shifter right or not. I went from first to second and kind of lunged. See at third, it's getting that kind of lunging, but fourth it's not a lunge. Downshift. But second to third is kind of abrupt. But I guess, I don't know. Don't know. Down. Yeah, that's just, I guess you get used to it. Smoother with the clutch, obviously. So, yeah, I do not miss a clutch at all. Like the Harley, this is a good standing motorcycle. It's so easy to stand because the pegs are farther back. On the Honda, the pegs are, you know, farther forward, so I actually got to put my foot on my passenger peg at speed to really lean forward. Versus the BMW and the Harley, because the pegs are farther back, it's just easier to lay into that tank and just, yeah, stand while you ride. So it's a much easier stand. So I will give it that. Having those pegs farther back makes this a lot easier. Now I tried to set cruise. Tried different, I think an Enduro Pro is probably turned off, but yeah, armed it, slid it forward, and hit set. And I tried it in 5th gear also, so I bet it's probably disabled in Enduro Pro. That's probably what it is. And we made it back to the chip, to the rawhide wagon.